Hey guys, Sunstreaker Wozza here. Welcome back to another Thursday live stream where, yes, same as every other Thursday, we're covering the newsletter, covering the important news in the game, and covering some hot topics that, I want to talk about, or something I've been talking about this week with people in my alliance or in Discord. And yes, so thank you for joining. So obviously I can see a bit in the chat. Obviously the big news today was, sadly, the Queen of England died today. And it's a bit strange, really. I was talking to Jake earlier, saying that in my lifetime all I've ever known is the Queen, and same for my father as well. It's all I've ever known. And even my grandfather, it was a different Queen, but still it was a Queen. So to have a king soon is going to be a bit strange. And the national anthem of God Save the Queen will now be changed to God Name the King. But I don't want to get into the politics of it, but I do hope that Harry does become the King of England. That's my personal preference, but very sad that obviously the Queen has died. She had a long reign. So yeah, that's big news outside of the game. The big news in the game, we've got some hot topics to cover today that you may have known might be coming to the game, where we can sort of start to show a few of these things. So a couple of little exclusives on my channel today. Nothing too crazy and massive, but some exclusives nonetheless. And obviously the big news is obviously Skyrim coming to the game next week. We're still building up to HQ18, we're still building up to Titans, and the more that I sort of hear little snippets of what's going on and what's coming, the more I get excited. I was saying, like, the content creator in me is really excited. It's new content, it's new stuff to cover. So sometimes when I'm doing these streams, I'm thinking, what should I talk about today? What topic? I've got this one topic, but that's not going to last for the full, say, hour or something. So what else are we going to talk about? But when we've got this HQ18 content coming, it's really easy. There's plenty of new content, plenty of things to talk about, plenty of things to help other people. And once we figured these things out, so really excited as a content creator for HQ18 and Titans and all this new content. As a player, I'm very nervous. I'm because in the past we've had some big things to come to the game, and I feel kind of maybe let down. But we'll talk a bit more about that later on. But that's the big things coming to the game very, very soon. But in the meantime, let's see who we've got in the chat. So I know there's a bit of a discussion on who was first and who was second, who was third. So yeah, to put it to rest, Ryan Time was first, Penny Lancaster was second, and Chris Harmon was third, with Lord Avix coming in fourth. That's just on my screen, guys. So yeah. But then we've got Kill Cannon as well. We've got Esco Jose. We've got William Wilkinson. And a big shout out to all my members. I think we're up to 15 platinum members, I think, now. So don't forget, guys, take advantage of that being a platinum member. If you've got any advice, anything like that, hit me up. They've got the giveaway in just over 7 weeks time, I think it is, for $50. So you've got to be in it to win it. So only platinum members get put into the draw. So yeah, come and check that out. I've had a few people saying, like, oh, what's your Patreon? I want to support it. I was like, trust me, go and be a member. At least you got a chance of winning something back. If you're going to donate to the stream, become a member. Best way, guys, and you get something back from that guy. Who else have we got? We've got Bricks Motion. Thanks for joining as well. We've got Chris Lewis as well. Thanks for being a member as well, buddy. Thanks for joining. We've got Jason Rowley. No, we're still going to stream, but we're still going to stream regardless. It'd take more than that to stop me streaming. We've got Erods. Thanks for joining, bud. We've got Stay Puffed as well. ROFL Bozo 11. Thanks for joining. We've got Itachi Uechi. I hope that is right. Ernchill, Richard Trinder, Autobot Bill, Atari, welcome. You missed the Crystal opening on Monday. I was looking forward to seeing you there. We've got Air Elf as well. TFEW Dude. We've got Den Bro. Speaking Russian, I presume, but sadly I don't speak Russian, but thanks for joining anyway. Charlie plays as well. We've got Ricky Lau in there, and coming up in the rear we've got Carnage Macite. Just join the chat in the end. So yeah, thanks for joining everyone. So yes, Ricky Lau, The new Titan's coming after the Combiner. So the Combiner is coming next week. We've just started testing, and I don't think it's a million miles away from where it needs to be already. I still think it needs a bit tweaking. That's my view, and I don't want to say too much because I haven't given my feedback on it. I'm going to leave it to the testers to sort of balance it. I'll give my feedback after they finish with it. But I don't think it's a million miles away. It was too strong earlier. It was too strong. So obviously the videos you saw earlier, I think that would just give you an idea of the abilities, and the abilities are still the same, but they've obviously brought down the main ability, so it doesn't one shot HU 18. But yeah, it's still looking decent. You know, is it better than Magnaboss? That's the level it's got to be. It's got to be better than Magnaboss, but it can't be as good as a Mega Supreme, and that's the hard bit for the testers. They've got to get it in that in-between bit. You know, slightly worse than Omega because Omega's a 5-star. You know, but better than Magnaboss as well. And Magnaboss is almost as good as Omega, so it's quite difficult. It's quite difficult to balance it, but yeah, I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Okay, cool. Let's have a look at the newsletter today. So, Bar Week Grana, Week Nearly Born, Week 1 of the saga. So, chance event been and gone, and Dale has said that for the next chance event they might try something different. So, looking forward to that. So, this week's event is called the Next Level. It's an individual totalizer, so it's an individual event with super XP and just 10,000 points, nice and easy. New Warp Cybertron Skin Core, 6 times 500k Troop XP, 6 Gold Power Cores, 1 G Metal Power Core, 20 million Energon Alloy, 300k Spark, which is decent, 30,000 Prem Shards, 7,500 3-star shards, 2,500 4-star shards, and a partridge in a pear tree. Usual battle zones. And then we've got obviously the rewards scattered throughout. Standard 10k event, pretty easy, pretty chilled. In terms of game updates and information, the new Cyber Pass is out. So it was going to be one type of Spark, I believe, but then they've changed it to one of each. It was sort of communicated in Discord, but some people missed it. I think that they said it was just going to be Combiner Spark, but then some people complained saying, well, I've got loads of Combiner Spark. And they said, well, what about Combat Spark? And then a few people said, well, I've got plenty of Combat Spark. I prefer Combiner Spark. And sort of started a debate. And so Dale went, you know what? We'll just do one of each. Nice and easy, nice and simple, and then everyone gets something. So, fair enough. The big one, obviously the big change is the G1 Gunner G Metal Core. And then we've obviously got the Building G Metal Mine Core. A bit specific. I don't mind the Building G Metal Mine Core, to be fair. There's a few that I'm missing, so that's good. I'm not gonna, you know, go mental at that. I think it's very specific, but you know, I've just feel for some people that are trying to get other cores, you know, other G metals, and you know, they're stuck in the Mine Core. You might not want a Mine Core. I don't know, but very specific, that one. Is it a good thing? Is it not? It is for me. Or is it for everyone? I don't know. And then again, same thing. A G1 Gunner G Metal Core. So I'm after Sunstreaker. Is G Metal, but so that's good for me. But some people might not want a Gunner G Metal. They might have something else. So you know, there's not a lot of good G1 Gunners in the game, really, that are in the current meta. So is it a good thing? Is it not? I don't know. What do you take on it? What do you think? G1 Gunner G Metal, good thing or not? Building G Metal Mine Core, good or not? Let me know in the chat, guys. Let me know. And then we've got the new skin cores for this Cyber Pass, which is G2 Blades and G2 Brawl. Both looking pretty cool. I actually quite like both of these. I think it's the first time that I've liked both skin cores. I thought they were really, really good. But yeah, I like both of them. Really, really cool. And then obviously go and check out all your content creators. So we've got the Arrow DJ Hart, NJ Hoist, Grind Time Soldier, and myself. Go and check them out, guys. And then this week's video, I think, is it the same video as last week, I think? I'm pretty sure it is, but it's got Grind Times Combined Series and my every bot rated in the Outpost. So these rated videos, guys, are really good, honestly. Really good for your knowledge to sort of know what to put in outposts, what bots to level, what not to, things like that. Go and check them out. I would really, obviously, I mean, I know it's my own video, but honestly, there's a lot of good information in there, guys. If you want to get some bit of knowledge. And then we've got some drawings from the community. I love this sketch. I really do. From Caleb, Sergeant Jack. Really, really cool. I like this sort of, sketchy art rather than, any other type of drawing. So, yeah, very, very cool. Very good. And I think it's made this. Yeah, someone's made this out of wood. Very cool. Very cool. And then, yes, it's week 1 out of 5 in the schedule. So, yes, we've got a 10k event this week. We've got a combiner event next week. Now, for this, they normally give you a 4-star crystal of one of the bots. It's not a non-dupe, but it is a 4-star crystal of one of the bots from the combiner. So you're looking at Trailbreaker, Hound, Skylynx, Wheeljack, and I forgot the other one. Hound and Wheeljack, Skylynx, Trailbreaker, and the other guy. I've gone blank. I'm sure someone will put it in the chat. But yeah, you'll get one of those bots, and it's killing me now which of the bot is. It's one of the legs. I should know this. I don't know. I don't know. Smoke screen. Yes. Thank you. Yes, smoke screen. I was waiting for someone to answer so I could finish it off. I thought I can't move on until someone's put. I can't put smoke screen until someone's put. But yeah. And then the third week is to be confirmed. I don't know. And then the fourth week is a Prime Core Shard event. To be confirmed. They've not sorted much out, let's be honest. And then there's a Lions Totalizer with leaderboard. I presume that's just the old sort of totalizer. It's like 3 mil. We get the bot, maybe, whatever it is. I'm hoping, but to be confirmed. A lot to be confirmed, but we'll have to wait and see. And that is the news. So, next thing is to show you guys something, but with a bit of a difference. So normally this is where we switch over and show you the game screen. But I want to show you guys something slightly different before we do. How cool is that? So I just updated the test server today. There's been loads of problems with the test server over the last week, and we've had bots disappearing and combiners and outpost bots just standing still doing nothing. Loads of little bugs. So they took it back and they tried again, took it back and tried again. And then I finally updated today when they'd all saw it. I went, right, is it ready to update now? Dale was like, yeah. I did that today, and first thing I messaged Dale was like, whoa, that is so cool. That is so cool. And listen, I'm not denying 1 minute. We've talked about Titans and how much they've affected the game, whether they're good for the game or bad for the game, whether they're broken or not. You can't deny it's not cool. You can't. Having Titans in the game is cool. Having combiners in the game is cool. But it's how it affects the game. That's the big thing. But yeah, super cool. Hat off to SpaceSafe. I love these little loading screens they do and things like that. That was really cool. Super, super cool. I love that. Yeah, a few people in the chat are like, wow, yeah, that is cool. And yeah, a few other cool things. So this will not be available on the live server. So I need to stress that before anyone expects that. It's something to help us with testing. But I think it's also cool to sort of show you guys just something they've added for us in testing. So this is the normal setup, which you will see, which I will see. So they have introduced these, so you can see the cost of the bot. That will be available on the live server. The type of damage that it does, that will be on the live server. But what they've added for us guys is this. So this sort of shows us their base damage. So without any titans, without anything else. Then the power core bonus shows us the damage with the combat attached. And then the perk bonus is obviously the titans and things like that. So that works out the damage per second it should be doing. So we can sort of take cores off and add them on, and we can see what percentage it gives, and we can add these up and sort of see if it works. And then same for the health, so you can see there base health, power core bonus and perk bonus, and we can sort of check values. So really good for testing, and it'd be good, you know, if you've got any questions. But yeah, that's just for testing. But these costs are for everyone in the game. So yes, look, 5 plus 3, 4 plus 3. So super cool additions. They have sort of changed the look of them as well. They've all gone white as well. Just stands out a bit better as well. When it happened on test server like that, does look a lot better. Looks cleaner. And while we're talking about cleaning as well, I was talking to Dale today, and he said they've done a lot of work as part of HU18, and not just on HU18 itself, but on the game and cleaning it up. And they've got someone in to have a look at the game and get rid of unnecessary files. And I'm not a programmer, so I couldn't say, but Dale's told me that they've got rid of 40,000 files out of the game. Now don't get me wrong, those files could be minute, but they add up over time, and that hopefully is going to give us a bit of a smoother game to play. Less loading screens, the game will be a bit faster. That's the idea behind it. So super pumped for that. That they are trying to improve the game in some way. We always talk about bug fixes and things like that, and hopefully this will sort of go towards it. I just said to Dale that, you know, I hope that hopefully feeds into replays. That he's not sure if it will or not, but I said it hopefully it will, to sort of fix replays, because I get a lot of information to get in, and replays, it seems to be that the more information it needs to get in, the worse the replays are. So I'm hoping that these file reductions will help the game. So yeah, very cool. So yeah, loving the addition for test servers to get the stats up, and loving the addition of you know, the cost in terms of on the main screen. So very cool. And then the next big feature that they've been promising for a while now, and they have literally been on and on about this, and it's not there. They've removed it, looks like. They've removed it. He was there earlier. Oh no, they haven't. No, they haven't. I just worked it out. So, brand new feature. Layouts. So, when we first saw this, I kicked off. I'm not sure what Americans know about kicked off means, but I went crazy. I was like, charging people for extra slots is ridiculous. I was like, you can't add a feature to the game and make it pay to win or whatever, or that it costs you. You can't make it that that's only available to people. So Dale has said it's more than likely that they're going to look at these costs and change them, but the second unlock slot, layout slot, will probably be free after the feedback from the testers, because we all were like, you can't do this, it's not fair. So Dale said that sadly, because of the space it takes up on the server, it's going to take a lot of space to do this, and because of that, there's going to be a cost. So I think for 2, it's going to be reviewed. It might not be 200, 500. It'd probably be less, maybe the same. I don't think I'll go up, hopefully. But Dale reckons that 1 slot will be unlockable. So you'll be able to unlock a slot. I said it might not be 100 coins. And then, so there, that's 1 saved. So then I can change my base around. I can do all this. I can do all that, and I can do multiple. And we can do that up there, and then go okay and auto resolve and leave it up there, and then we just go move like this. We go layouts, and we go. So we can go there, and we can save it to there. There we go. Yep. And then we got okay. So all we need to do is let's go into here, go to layouts, click on that, load. How cool is that? How cool is that? Layouts, can load this one. There we go. Super cool. Really good addition to the game. It's been way overdue. We've been asking this for about 5-6 years. You know, Clash of Clans has had this for a long time. So, super pumped about it. You know, as long as we all get, you know, at least one slot to be able to save it to and change, then I'm fine with that. And yeah, I mean, personally, I would buy in the slots. I'd buy at least 2 slots so I can change between 2, maybe 3, and do a time trap or something else. But this game mode is well overdue, and yeah, super pumped. Let me just change it back before I keep that awful design. Cool, super cool. So let's see what everyone's saying in the chat about these new additions coming to the game. Let's have a look. Yeah, so Joshua LeBlanc has asked about the bot power color, so yeah, that'll be changing as well. For transport, what's the music in the background? Is it too high? Is it? I can put it down a bit. Just a bit of background music, really, so we're not just listening to my boring voice all the time. Atari, I won't be spending a cent on it. I will. I like it. You know, it's a couple hundred coins. Once it's about 1,000 coins, then I'm not going to bother. It gets too expensive. That's stupid, but yeah. Jay says I'd rather spend some time remodeling. Well, yeah, but the idea is to have a set one so you can change in between. But yeah, make the slots giftable. I doubt that'll happen. Yeah, child players, but to be fair, that's not even that bad for pricing. But at least another option for free to play is needed. Yeah, so I said, listen, free to play needs at least 1 slot. You've got to have at least one slot for free to play. You can't have it all on coins only. It's not fair, you know. Grand Transport should make it Shanix. I agree, but they said there's got to be a cost involved, and so the cost because Shanix is free, that's not a cost. So sadly not. Autopop Phil's put, I disagree on this one. These types of in-game conveniences are exactly what they should be charging for. It shouldn't be paid to win. New powerful bots or things of that nature. These games will always be that way, sadly. I watched a video today, funny enough, about a different game, and they were talking about pay to win on mobile. Pretty much every mobile game is the same, sadly. That's just one of those things, but yeah. Power Driver Stoke, this is finally happening. Yeah, me too. For those at base design, this is super cool. One of the best additions in a long while. Alpha Triangle, it's a cash grab. Yeah, that. I'll be honest with you, that was my first thought. That's exactly my feedback to Dale. But if they are going to give us one slot, then you know, fair enough. It's actually, was it Fortnite? No, it wasn't Fortnite. No, it wasn't. Fortnite is not a pay-to-win game, really. You know, you can pay for skins and things like that, but it's not a pay-to-win game. Mobile games definitely do sort of gear towards that. MD Primes, but be nice if there's a copy base button. Yeah, I kind of get what the X was saying, though. If it is a copy base button, then the problem with that is that it takes away the skill, really, of designing the base and just copying the base bit for bit and taking the time needed. It's just too easy to copy base and go like, right, I'll have that one. So I kind of get it in a way, but I understand it does take time consuming it. Yeah, it consumes time making it. Yeah. When HQ18 releases, do you think they'll increase the play level that locks Z Energy on from the Shanix store? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. HQ18 is shrouded in mystery right now. Shrouded. ISIG, a new follower. Thanks for joining, buddy. Thanks for subscribing. Yeah, so you could buy Zen, I think. You could buy Zen at a lower level, I believe. But obviously, I can't say. I'm not too sure exactly, being the level I'm at. But I'm pretty sure at lower levels you can buy Zen. So yeah. Do you know what combats and cores are good for SG Thundercracker? Not his G1 core. Just don't use his G1 core. It's pretty awful. It's one of the worst G1 cores in the game, in my opinion. But yeah. I don't even think you need an EO core on Thundercracker. Oh, Shattered Glass Thundercracker, sorry. Oh, Shattered Glass, just seen that, sorry. EO core and a range combat, personally. But yeah, that's what I'd put in, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, we've checked out the new features, like I said. So we've seen the new additions to all the bots, which is pretty cool. Not that one, try again. So yeah, pretty cool just to see it again, and the cost for those that missed it. A couple people just said they just come to the stream. So yeah, pretty cool. And then obviously the base design button. If you want to check out more of it, then go back and watch it again. And now on to the next big thing, which is some more HQ18 images. So Dale has sort of been leaking these out bit by bit, taking his time, and I was like, oh, come on now, Dale, come on. So he gave us all the resource buildings first, like week by week, and finally we've got some defenses to show, finally. But you know, we want to see them in action now. You know, it's all well and good seeing pictures, and we've got the idea, you know, it does look cool, but we want to see them in action now. You know, that's the next step we need. So let's have a look at some of the new defenses coming up. There is the new cannon for Fortress Maximus. So yes, it does look very cool. It does, I'll give them that. It does look really cool in those colours. Then we've got the Metroplex colours as well. I like the new orange on them. I don't think that's on them currently. So a bit brighter, a bit more colourful. Then we've got the Scorponok colours. So I do like the green and the red and even the blue. Again, really, really cool colour choices. And then the Triptychon colours as well. So yeah, really, really cool. I like the colour schemes. I do like what they've done with it. Really, really cool. And then we've got the new mortars. So then we've got the Fortress Maximus mortar. We've got the Metroplex mortar. We've got the Scorponok mortar and the Triptychon mortar. So yes, very, very cool. Some really, really nice images there of the things coming to the game. And I mentioned earlier, like I said, I started talking about HQ18 and what my expectations were, and you know what I think of it. And yeah, like I said, content creation. It's great being able to show these sort of things. You know, I love this sort of stuff, and you know the excitement of HQ18 and having new content to cover. And you know, I said that you know all my bot videos that I rated, once HQ18 comes out, and maybe next year we'll go over them again and see how the meta's changed and whether those bots are just as valuable anymore and things like that. So it'll help up-and-coming players, it'll help new players sort of get to the top levels faster. I said that we can do more videos on how to beat HQ18 and what's required and best tactics, and so all the things we've sort of done over the last 2 years for HQ17, all the advice, we could sort of go over it again. You know, we're sort of starting afresh. So loads of new content, and don't forget, the only way that you're going to catch all this new content is by subscribing, guys. So subscribe now, guys. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell button to never miss any of my streams again, any of my videos. I post 2 videos a week, I do 2 streams a week, so there's loads of content coming out, guys. So to never miss another content, all you gotta do is subscribe. It doesn't cost a penny. I still got people saying how much it costs to subscribe. I'm like, no, listen, subscribing, all it's doing is giving you alert. So like when you do your television and you put a little thing reminder saying, oh right, I like that show, I'm gonna put a reminder so I don't miss it next week. It's the same for YouTube, guys. All you do is you become a subscriber and it just says, yep, I want to watch this guy next time he's on, or next time he's on, let me know, and then I can watch it whenever I'm free. So like I said, guys, if you like my content, then go and press the subscribe button. It does not cost a penny. Being a member does, but that's just more supporting the channel and trying to get a bit back, have a private chat for people, things like that. I do a giveaway for those members, sort of give them something back. I do a one-to-one service for those members and answer a lot of questions and stuff like that. But yeah, you get the idea. So being a member and being a subscriber is totally different. If you like my content, be a subscriber. Want to support me, become a member. Yeah, totally different, guys. So like I said, if you're not a subscriber, guys, only half of the people watching my streams usually actually even subscribed. So yeah, subscribe, guys. and hit that notification bell. So let's have a look at the chat and see what everyone thinks of these new images as well. Alpha trying. How many base layouts can I really steal from you, Wozza? Well, yeah, exactly. You could steal my bases and I'll change it next week. Yeah, Metabear says dope. Itachi reckons, I think Fort Max looks better than Metro. That's the thing though, so it's not all visual. My understanding is that which Titan you choose will make an impact on your base as well and how it acts. Something like that. That's pretty vague, but that's something around it. So I'm not too sure whether one is more DPS based and one's HP based maybe, or maybe will it be, I don't know. I really haven't got a clue. I can't think of anything really. But interesting how it's going to work. It really is. I did have an idea a while back, and this doesn't really fall into it though, was that you should be able to sort of have a sliding scale for each of the defenses, and you should be able to change the range. So more range, less power, less range, more power. So you might bump it so it's really high range, but it's only doing half the damage. But then it can shoot like, you know, from the other side of the map. So, you know, you're getting more damage. You're getting damage for a longer time because it can shoot a longer distance, but you're not getting as much damage. Or you can go the other way, where the range of it is probably half what it is now, but it is lethal. You know, it does twice the damage, and you're like, yeah, I can't get close to that. And that was my idea, that, you know, similar sort of Clash of Clans, even if it's got like 4 scales of like, you know, or 3 scales of, you know, as it is now, extended range or less range, you know. That was one idea I had, and that's the only thing I could sort of think of. But I wouldn't like it where it goes the whole base has more HP or the whole base has more attack. I want to be able to pick and choose my defenses and go like, yeah, less range for that and more for that, and you know, it makes it a bit more, you know, particular really. So that was one of the ideas, but I think that'd take a lot of resources to do that. And we'll talk about something in playtest as well and talk with Ale. And we were throwing ideas around for bots and things like that. And a lot of things were like, they were like, well, I don't think that's going to happen. Like, I wanted headmasters, and I said a good thing for headmasters would be where when it's in robot form, so, you know, the head is on, it's got gun, whatever, and it's got high DPS, it's got like 800 DPS, like a gunner, basically, yeah? So it's a gunner, it's ranged, yeah? And then you transform it, and then either it becomes a tank as such and sits on the front line, but it has like a protection, so a shield becomes on it, yeah? But the DPS decreases. So from 700 DPS, the bot starts attacking, and the little guy, you know, the head jump starts attacking, and that's the same as a minion. Might be just 200 DPS, something like that, but the bot is protected because it's got a shield and because it's like a front runner. Or, you know, it could transform and have more HP and less DPS, and again, a sort of sliding scale. I like the idea of being able to choose and pick and choose. I said this loads of times in this game, there's not enough choice really, where you know, you can say like, you know, I want this instead of this, I want that. I mean, even in base design now, everyone's pretty much got very similar designs and similar core, because we tend to find that one core is really more powerful than the rest. You know, they're not well balanced, the cores, and you know, so people take advantage of that, which they're gonna do always. But you know, it could be balanced better, and you know, I think it could be balanced better by giving us the choice. You know, target protocol, you know, on a mortar with half the range. You know, it would be interesting. Target protocol with double the range, but then half the damage. I don't know how effective that'd be. But again, these are little things you could try and change. You know, changing base design and trying new things and changing all these little things, these little intricacies. But yeah, just an idea I put forward. But yeah, you never know. Catch up with the chat again. What else? Windblade, the Metro one reminds me of the orange tip on toy guns. Let's have a look. Which one? That one? No, not that one. No, what are you talking about? Has Dale sent the codes you owe people yet? I've got codes. If you did win a code on Monday's stream, then hit me up. He literally sent me on Monday, I think it was. So if you are owed a code, then hit me up. But I think most are paid out apart from maybe Monday, I think. But yeah, I didn't think I owed any code when I got the new codes. So it's only Monday's stream. Will HQ18 bring additional buildings? No, it will not, sadly. No additional buildings. They have said that. I think they might bring some mines out, hopefully, which we're going to talk about shortly, actually. But I don't know. Betan Porter said, "Was a speech movie? Just dropped a sub. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it." It's actually as close as next 5-star combat. Really want Zor. I've got Zor, and he's not in my team at the minute. I can't get him in. I'm debating it though. I've got a plan though. I've got a plan. And if you watch my channel, you might know what that plan is. If you're good at guessing. The cannons look great. Penny Lancaster spot. I think I'll stick with Fortress Maximus. Well, you don't know what's coming yet. You don't know. You just don't know. It all depends. Ninja Master Builder. Geez, what they do when HQ19 comes out in a few years? Yeah, it will. You know, someone said like, "Oh, this is the last HQ" or something. I was like, who said? You know, no. Defenses look awesome so far. MD Primes, but yeah, I agree. Just I just found the funniest base. He said Titans suck on the base. Chris Harmon likes the Scarpnot colours. Yeah, I prefer the Scarpnot colours to the Chip Scarp. But is that just because it's new? Is it? Is it just because it's a bit brighter? I don't know. Valhalla's put, what about reworking Headmaster bot abilities? I don't think they're going to rework the current ones. I really don't. But, yeah. Joseph Churillo, how's it going? Atari, Zor, and a healer at the end. Yeah, that's my thinking on Minerva. That's my thinking. Ninja Master Builders put, I'm starting to think that getting 6,000 Titan Spark for the tech tree is a big thing for just getting tons of energy on an ally. What do you mean by that? Titan Sparks for your Titan. It's not for your tech tree. So I'm not sure you're getting confused there. We just put the wrong thing. But, yeah, don't forget Titan Sparks just for your Titan. Tech tree points are something a bit different. But yeah. Cool. Okay. So let's go back to the game a minute, but change over to our live account. Actually, no, we can stay on here, actually. Yeah, we can stay on here, actually, yeah. Cool. So, I always talk about the MSN again. So, MSN mines. So, I said a while back, I did a video on these saying they were broken, because I did say that, you know, you can sort of hit one of these with a bot, and then the bot will get stuck, and then they'll have vector on or something. The bot will vector back, and then they can use it freely, because the bot could not hit 2 mines. Oh, the timer was too extensive. I think the timer was about 20 odd seconds. So once you hit 1 mine and the bot came back to life again, you had 20 seconds before he would hit another one. And if you went over it, it'd take 20 seconds. So, you know, I was a big campaigner for those to be fixed. And I think what sort of really spurred it on was we'll talk about it in playtest chat. And we'll talk about whether the MSN work or not, and whether they are good and how we can change them, or should we change them, should we improve them, should we buff them, and it's a big discussion. And ultimately I said, listen, we could talk about the range and a sack, and whether the sack should be a viable tack in the game, and we can all speculate, I mean, all chat, and you'll talk to 100 people and you'll probably get 50-50 on whether sack should be you know, a legitimate attack or not. And my view is that it kind of shouldn't. It should be a lot harder than what it is, because you're wasting all the bot abilities. When you put an outpost bot in an outpost, there's only 2 things really you've got to really consider. Will it slow them down if it's a time trap, or will it do damage if a bot gets in its vicinity? That's pretty much it. Yeah, and doing damage, you're not going to put gunners in there. If you've seen mine and Tex's rated videos, when we rated the gunners, we said the problem with the gunners is the abilities are good, but once the ability's over, they're just a gunner. And they do a bit of damage, but they're very easy to take out, other than Smokescreen, who's actually amazing. Just crazy damage. So, by doing a sack strategy, you're sort of taking that away from the game. You know, there's no use in putting bots with abilities in outposts. You better put in Blaster or Gnaw, where their abilities aren't wasted. But other than that, every other bot's abilities is pretty much wasted. Red Alert, Hot Rod, all these bots that are really good in outposts, the abilities are wasted with a sack. So is it cheating? I won't go as far as saying it's cheating, but you know, it's not as intended. And the problem with the MSN mines was the MSN mines were brought out to stop this strategy. That's a fact of the matter. They were brought out to stop Goldfire sack because everyone was doing Goldfire sack in the game, and they didn't do that. They didn't do what they were set out to do. And so I said in the playtest chat, I said that, you know, if you get hit by one MSN and you get hit by another one, that would be better. But right now, because that's not doing that, it's not working as intended. There's nowhere on the description that it says once one bot hits it, it can't be hit again. So just to just go through it there again. So explodes when an enemy is nearby and prevents them from using their ability for 12 seconds. Only affects one bot. It doesn't say only affects one bot once. Yeah, only affects one bot, but it can affect the same bot again. And that hasn't happened since it was released, and that was a big thing for me. And so, to be fair, Space 8 probably heard me whinging, complaining, and sort of looked into the chat, and a few people sort of agree that, yeah, no matter what my view is, they're not working as intended. I can sort of agree with that. I think that sort of Space 8 were like, well, I think, yeah, that's a valid point. It's not working as intended. So now they are. So we can forget that. They are working as intended. But now the question is, are they sufficient in doing what they have been designed to do? So we've got some MSN mines. So what we're going to do, we're going to try and create an anti-Goldfire base. Forget anything else. We could talk about Blur, being able to bypass the mines. We can talk about Rhinox's health. We could talk about Elita, because she, with her core, becomes invulnerable and outlasts the mines. So we could talk about all these sort of sack bots and ways to get around them. But this was designed to stop Goldfire. So it should be, apart from, like I said, taking all them out of it, it should be able to stop Goldfire. So, first protocol is sort of stopping this top section up here. So, we've got to stop Goldfire from hitting up here and getting up to this section up here. Yeah, we've got to stop that. So, we need the mines further up there. Further up towards the top of the landing pad. So, we've got to do the same for the other side as well. So, bring that down there, and that should just about be the same. Yeah, same for both sides. So that's covering the top of the landing pad, so Goldfire can't get up here. So we're going to get the other MSN, and then we can cover the bottom maybe. So let's cover the bottom, so that he can't get up the bottom bit. Yeah, so we can go like that even. Yeah. So you got to think now though. So there we are. So that one ends there. That one ends there. So if we place Goldfire right in between that, I mean, yeah, it is quite hard, but it's going to get through. But then again, we could also use Vector. We can still use Vector, because once we set off one MSN mine, we can't set the same one off again. So, yep, these mines are covering there. Yep, they're covering the bottom bit. We could even separate them slightly, push a bit further. That will just about cover the edge. That will just about cover there. There's still a slight gap, which I don't think we're going to get through. But let's give it a test. Where's Goldfire? So we've got Goldfire there. We're going to put Vector on him. So like I said, these MSN mines were designed to stop Goldfire sack. So the question is, can we do that? So what we want to do is, we want to try and pop one of the mines. Yeah, so what we're going to do, Drop it at the back of the pad and pop one of the mines. Dead simple. Make sure he pops that. Make sure he gets to the outpost. So he's transformed already, so he's gone through it. So now he's stuck. Yep. That's it. He's done now. Ooh. I want another go at that. I reckon we can do this. Even with the base set up to be anti-goldfire. I still reckon we can do it. So all I'm going to do now is... let's try with a core on him. We haven't put a combat on him yet. So a nice combat for him would be... nice dark. Okay, let's try again. The idea is that hopefully a lot of these defenses now will hit Night Stalker rather than Goldfire, so that he'll stay alive a bit longer. Put a shield on him as well. And there you can see now, there you go. So you can see there that a base that is designed to stop Goldfire sack doesn't even stop Goldfire. You know, and like I said, to make matters worse, you can use Blur on this base. You know, and they won't even trip the MSM mines. You can use Elita on this base, and she will survive the MSM mines, you know. And like I said, and the big question is, I mean, there's a debate to be had about that, is, you know, should sack be a strategy in the game, you know. And I know some people say like, well, yeah, walk's not fair, but the idea behind walk is that you are defeating every single defense, you're walking through them all, you are riding every single bot's ability. You know, walk is probably the hardest thing you could do in the game, the hardest attack strategy, because you have got to consider pathing. You have got to take on every single ability and sort of ride it and take it on and beat it somehow and protect your bots from that. And that's why walk is so successful compared to sack. But, you know, you should be able to defend against everything. Even a walk. You should even be able to defend against a walk. But, you know, sack strategy is just so easy. And let's just try it with, oops. So now we're going to try it with Blur. So Blur, so the MSM mine, because they don't reach the back of the pad, if we drop Blur at the back of the pad, and then we can go, and the range on Blur is absolutely ridiculous. So we can literally do this, do this, do this. All the outposts pop. So the MSM mines don't stop Blur either. And Joshua's asked, can you explain exactly what a sack strategy is? So sacrifice strategy stands for sacrifice strategy. So you are sacrificing one bot to waste all the outpost abilities, because the bot will pop the outpost, the bot will use the ability on that one bot or will not use it at all, and then the bot's abilities are used up. They're gone. They don't reuse them again. You know, there's only very few bots that actually do that, whereas, you know, Blaster, it'll drop in minions. When the sacrifice bot is gone, Blaster's minions will still remain. Gnar will drop his Gnar sharks, and when you know, the bot is dead, you drop your bots, Gnar's minions will still remain. Rhinox, once he goes below 40% health, his ability reactivates. I love that. You can't avoid that. And I've said today that I would love to see more bots like that, where we have when a bot gets below 40% health, it activates an ability as such, a really powerful ability. Something like that, an attack ability. Very, very cool. Not a shield or something like that, but something that does damage. And for attack, it'd be pretty good. But for defense, it'd be absolutely amazing. And I think we need more bots like that. But the main sack bots in the game, you're talking Blur is probably the most powerful. You're talking Elita. You're talking Goldfire. Bots that pop outposts. Goldfire is good because he goes through the outpost and pops it, whereas Starsaver flies over them and doesn't pop them if he flies over them. It's just where he lands. Same for Elita. That's what makes Goldfire so good. What makes Blur so good is that it's so cheap. UltraTube, thanks for joining, bud. Greetings to Greece. Thanks for joining. So again, Blur, because you can chop him wherever you want, because he is so fast, the idea is that he doesn't affect the MSM mines. That's the idea, I believe. So you can go wherever you want with Blur, and he won't hit an MSM mine. Look. You can see there, MSN are all over there, but he doesn't hit them. Look. He will now, he's stood still. Look, see there. But you can see there that he's wasting the bot's abilities, and you can just let that Chromia tower just clock down. But this is the problem with the MSM mines. So I spoke to Dale about the MSM mines and said that either one of, in my opinion, either one of two things needs to happen. Either we need more mines for HQ18, and that means you could cover more of an area. So what we could do, for example, so let's imagine these mines are still here. And let's put some more up there. Let's put some up there. Yeah? So, let's go again. Goldfire. Okay, here we go with Goldfire. So I'll drop him at the back again. So let's pop this outpost there. So there's one mine. Yep. So it pops that one. We've gone through it. Drop Night Stalker to protect it a bit. And then we'll go through again. And you see there, he's not locked. I've still avoided it. That's bad design, I think. Yeah, Skylinked is. Oh, sorry, Skyrain is next week, guys, not this week. try it again. So let's try again with the 2 MSM mines set up. So we've got a gold fire at the back there. So we'll hit that cannon there. So it's been trapped by the MSN. And then let's go again. Are these not fixed? I don't think they've been fixed on the test server, so I can't even test it. He's not setting off the MSM mines. So unless that's been great. I was testing this on the live server and it worked fine, but then lovely. That testing's got a window. But you get what I'm saying, guys. I mean, the reasoning still applies. That, you know, it is far too easy to do sacrifice still. And to give you an idea, so I was in a war against a top alliance. And I thought I'd have a little bet. I thought, I wonder, out of 15 attacks that beat my base, how many of them were sack strategy? So put it in the chat. Out of 15 people that beat my base design on the live server, and we'll go to that now. So how many of them do you think did a sack strategy? Use sack bots. Just 15 people beat it. Yes, Jason rolling ass, but will it stop Max Star Saber? Star Saber is expensive though, it really is. Really is expensive. Might perks put Super Chromium? No, Super Chromium are stack bots. Definitely not. So we got lots of guesses. So both Faders Cons there's 9, Skyhope 11, Joseph Trillo 10, Richard Trender 8, William Wilkinson 13, Joshua LeBlanc 13, Sir Galleon 13. Peyton Porto 16. What if they failed to use it twice? I like your thinking though. I like your thinking. MG Prime 49 out of 50. I love your guesses. Brilliant. So yeah, a lot of guesses in there. So yeah, 13 out of 15 people. So I'm going to give a code to the 3 people that got it right. So William Wilkinson, Joshua LeBlanc, Sir Galleon, hit me up on Discord and I'll get you a Sunstreaker Wozza stash quiz just for guessing that right. But yeah, out of 15 people that beat my base, 13 of those were sack strategy. You know, that just sort of hits home. This is not like one of the top alliances in the game, but I'd say definitely top 10, 15. You know, so still a very, very good alliance. They're very, very good. They've got very, very good players. Yeah, 13 out of 15 sack players to beat this base. And you can see here, look, that I've spaced out quite well. So I've got that one there. Yes, that stops the top section. That's stopping the bottom section there. So the only way you think is through the middle, maybe. And the idea is I put them through the middle to sort of make them go that way. Because they can't pop the outpost up the middle. And no. They went down the sides, they used Vector, they used their combiner, and they still did it regardless. It did make a blind bit of difference. And this is what really got me thinking about this in the first place about the MSM mines. That me and Grind Time sat up one night. And I think that, I can't remember how it started, I think Grind Time said to me he wanted to set up an anti-gold fire base. And I just started laughing because I've tried. So he said, what do you think of this? And Grind Time Show will back me up in the chat. So he said, what do you think of this? So I looked at it, I was like, yeah, that's not anti-gold fire. It's not. Watch. I said, send me a screenshot. I went, look, you can do that, you can do that, you can do that. Right, okay. So he made some changes. What about now? I was like, no, because now you can do that and that. So it sort of changed it all. It was like, right, now and we saw for quite a while, we saw floating outposts. So the base was split with the outposts sort of in the middle of nowhere, so Goldfire couldn't reach them. I was like, yeah, that's an anti-Goldfire base. Watch this. I went cup, jump, jump. Popped them. And granted, I was just like, well, it's just a waste of time. I was like, yeah, it is. You can't defend the sack strategy. You can't. This was 2 years ago. Maybe longer. Maybe 2.5 years ago. We've introduced the MSN mines. The MSN mines will fix that so you can choose to defend against sack strategy somehow. Has it worked? And I've done my broken series, and I did a thing about the MSN mines and how they're broken. And sadly, the MSN are still broken. And it's not that the MSN mines themselves are broken. The MSN mines are working as intended as they are right now. But they're broken because they don't do it successfully. They don't stop sack strategy. So for those out there that used to do sack strategy and think that they stopped doing it, and like myself, and started walking because they saw the MSN mine come out and thought that's going to be a good counter, it's really not. It's really not. It hasn't changed a thing, sadly. And I'd like to see some sort of counter again for sack. Whether it's more mines, like I said, for HU18, whether it's a larger radius, hell, if it's even just a larger radius in Prime League hard mode, I'd take that even. That's a good shout. It makes it harder at the higher levels. But it does need to be harder. It does need a massive improvement in some way. And some people said, well, why not make them stun? Well, that's a stun mine. And instead, we'll just keep it as it stuns all the time. Well, the MSN stops them from transforming, but it doesn't matter if it stuns or not. They're still going to be able to go again after that stun ends. So, it's not going to make a difference. I think the big thing for me is more mines. I think that's the massive improvement for HU18. I also say more outposts as well. I'd like to see more outpost spots. And I'm hoping that the addition of more outpost spots mean that if you do a sack strategy, maybe you can't stop sack. Because, we did introduce blur. But maybe if you had a 5th outpost spot, or even a 6th, then you could choose to maybe go time out by doing a sack strategy maybe. Because they're fighting the outpost spots for so long and getting pounded by defenses, and you can defend against it maybe. Maybe that's the option that they're going to go down. I'm not too sure. But I personally would like to see an extra outpost and a couple of extra mines. And I think that would work really well for HU18. Defending sack strategy without killing the game too much and adding too many new defenses in there, things like that. That's the idea. So just looking through the chat. Atari, I know an alliance you can join with them. Yeah, Grindtest, but yep, hours and hours. We were there honestly for a good few hours trying to design an anti-Goldfire base, and it's the same now, honestly. Chris Harmon's put, I don't see a lot of Goldfire. I get hit by a lot of prime rushes or cup squads. Depends on your base design. If you can design a base quite well, you can sort of look at anti sort of cup. So you can see here that because the HU is further down, beam lasers sort of cover it. You got 1, 2, you got a mortar there, a mortar there, a mortar there, a mortar there. You got a couple of cannons. So to stop anyone doing cupping on your base, cup strategy, you've got to defend the back of the base by putting your range defenses somewhere where it can reach the launch pad and reach the back of the base. So you got to think that to do the cup strategy, they've got to take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 defenses. Yeah, at least 10 defenses. Maybe even Spider-Man, maybe not. I don't know. No, I don't think you do have to take Spider-Man's out. So, it's a lot of ability points. It's usually the Titan, so try and space and combine it. So try and space your defenses out if you want to protect against that, so that they can't hit them with one blast of Titan or push the combiner to a certain space and do a lot of damage. Space them out around your HQ, covering the back. If you want to protect against prime rushes, literally use your MSN mines, stop prime from rushing. That's a big one. Even if it's just a gold core, to stop from rushing round. and trying to make it rushable. So yeah, Prime rush there, and they can rush around there, but the bots will go through the middle. Some will go through here, some will go around. It'll make them split, and they'll set the outposts off, and some of them get nailed, and you don't know who's going to follow. So a big part of it is looking at the rush and thinking, will the bots go round? Will they go through? And making that sort of conundrum, and it puts people off, guys. It really does. So think about that carefully. Also think about the angle. So again, just moving this inwards a bit. I mean, it's there for a reason, but moving this in a bit, does that make it harder for him to rush through? You know, it's just about, you know, questioning you know, your placement of defenses. Really, is this anti-rushable? No, it's not. Is it difficult? Yes, it is. You definitely got to pop at least 2 outposts. I doubt you're gonna get round there without the bots splitting. Unless you're very, very good, but then fair play to you. Yeah, Atari's put, you won't see Prime Rush a lot in Prime League. Yeah, because you can't depend on it enough, because it's a bit undependable, because not all the bots follow. So yeah, you don't see a lot of it. But yeah. Will the combined lab have 2 research slots? No, the apes said in their stream that they won't have that, sadly. But they said they are going to look at reducing the timer of the combiners, because they realise that when you get a new combiner, it takes months. It takes like 2 or 3 months to level it up to a decent level to be able to use it. And it's not right that you get a combiner and you're going, yes, I've got Sky Rain. I can't wait to use them at Christmas. And that is literally the time frame you're looking at, you know. So they are going to look at reducing the time frame, which I'm glad about. Ultra Choose put, I think we need a bigger map, basically. The big problem with that is if you extend the map, it extends everything, and so once you extend everything, the timer becomes an issue. Then you've got to move the Titan as well, and you've got to maybe change the launch pad, and it just affects so many things. But yeah, it's just not doable. They can't increase the map size. They really can't. But yeah. Yeah, Atari's put it there. Prime Rush isn't reliable, so top teams shy away from it. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Chris Harmon. Well, I didn't say the teams at the top that were doing it. Yeah, well, listen, lower teams are always going to try and look for the easiest strategy to beat your base. But again, sometimes you can actually defend against the top guys and not the bottom guys. Defend against the bottom guys and not the top guys. So, you know, I've sort of done that on my base. So if you've got C-Spray on my base, then it's going to be quite easy. I've got 2 force field disruptors there, another 2 there. So I'm actually hoping for a force field disruptor. I've got 4 G-Metal MSM mines. So I think everyone's praying for MSM mines, but why? They don't stop sack. And yeah, why? Flare mines might even be better than MSM at the minute for how much they actually do. So I'm not too sure. But yeah, I want FFD cores. That's actually what I want. So yeah, but the idea is, like I said, 4 FFD cores. And yeah, and I've actually sort of changed my base design around the new war effects that are coming soon. So it might give you an idea, maybe, if you take a close look. But yeah, no giveaways, but if you're clever enough, you might be able to work it out. Tab, yeah, they're pretty tough if in Prime. It's a small world in that league. Yeah, there's not a lot of teams in Prime League, but yeah. Chris Howard's put, we beat some weak teams in Prime. They only Prime in a while. Yeah, because of the losing rewards, so I kind of get that. Yeah. Chris Harmon's put, I thought they were gonna have combiner skip in the Cyber Pass. I think they were, but I think the tech isn't working properly. So they did say that, you know, it isn't the plans to do it, but right now it's not working. So they can't obviously release something unless it's working. So the idea is that, yeah, it is going to be in there at some point, but not yet. Not quite yet. But yeah, so the idea is behind my base design as well, so let's give you some things. So I wanted to make it so if someone's doing sack, which everyone does, I didn't want them to use the build bots, kill the build bots, and sort of pop an outpost. So I've tried to keep, well, yeah, just move these. Yeah, I wonder why I had them there. Now I know. So I've tried to keep them away from the outpost. So you can see there, by taking out the billboards, you're not going to take the outposts. And by taking them out, you're not going to take the outposts out. So the idea was to, you know, if someone wants to target them billboards, then fine. But you're going to waste some ability points getting to the actual outpost as well. So that's the idea behind it. But it does make it easier to take out. There's 3 of them there in a row. So with Sea Spray. But I just see a lot of people using Sax last year. And a lot of people using Trax still. And I think Trax is the most used bot in the game. And if you're trying to stop top guys, the top players in the game, they just won't use Trax. I don't use Trax. I don't need Trax. So using FFD against me is a waste of time, pretty much. But the lower guys do depend on Trax. And it's those guys that I think I could probably stop. You know, they're the guys that I could pick up some points from. Those that depend on Trax because they haven't got the, you know, the healing or the DPS to get through the base quicker or whatever it is. So that's my plan. FFDs, literate FFDs. That's my plan. I actually did it on the test server in a war. I actually caught a few good players, solid 300 players, and they were like, "Wow, was your base really hard?" And I was like, "Well, I hope you don't know why, because I'm gonna go and do it on the live server now." But yeah. Chris Harmon, so forceful disruptors are better cores then. It all depends on preference. Again, a big one of it. This is why I like these billboards in that sense, is that it's pick your poison. If you want to defend against Sea Spray, use anti-stun cores. The what are they called? I forget the name of these. Lightning rods. Use lightning rods. You know, they will. You know, they will stop Sea Spray a lot better. But then you're leaving yourself open to Trax. Use FFD. You stop Trax. It leaves yourself open to Sea Spray. You know, and that's why I like these billboard cores. Can you sort of take? I think you need one more though. I think there needs to be one more. I also think we need a couple more mine cores, at least 2. But I'm hoping there's some sort of anti-heal core. If it's an anti-heal core to stop walks or to slow down walk, make it a bit harder, then they need to improve MSN. You know, I said to Dale, I said, listen, I'm hoping, I've been saying for a long time, that walks are far too easy. So you need some way to stop that, and that's an anti-healing core, in my view, or a slow-down core. That would work on walks, because you want to really slow them down. But then again, I don't really run out of time that much. So, you know, it can be quite hard. But the MSN definitely needs to improve in that down. Yeah. Yeah, FFD is 4 steel disruptor cores, and they're the Billbot cores at HQ 18, I think it is. Oh, they at lower level? I think it might be at lower level as well, maybe. But, I think your Billbots need to be a certain level. Maybe to equip these actually. I'm not sure if it's 17 or 16 though, but a certain level you need to be, I think, to equip them. But yeah, 4 full disruptors. Yeah, pretty cool. So going in, any advice for HQ15 and lower base layouts? It's hard at HQ15 because for lower, you are always going to get rolled over by higher players, no matter what you do. You always are. But yeah, keep battling away, keep slugging at it, keep leveling up, and get to that HQ, well, 18 it's going to be soon. But they said they are going to review the HQ 17 upgrade times. So you're in luck actually if you picked the right time, because it took us months to get for HQ 17. I mean, every single defense you can see there took 2 weeks, I think it was. I think Atari or Grind Time was someone that will back me up. But yeah, 2 weeks it took everyone. So I believe they're going to look at reducing that as well and reduce the time it takes for HQ 17. So but they said that HQ 18 will take probably the same upgrade time, so 2 weeks per defense. So a lot of coining going on back on the HQ 17 release. So I think HQ 18 will see the same, a lot of coining. So you get a massive lift at the beginning, but they each have said that there will be some sort of limit on how many defenses you can upgrade. Will they let us pick? Will they pick for us? Who knows? Well, cannons and mortars are already on there, I think. So is that going to be part of it? Just them 2? Who knows? 18 days. Oh my god, 18 days. Do you remember that? 18 days. Who wants to wait 18 days? Oh my god. MD Prime, do you think with HQ 18 just around the corner they would drop? I did say it's about a 6 build bot. I did say I don't think it hurt the game at all. I don't. I think they should, but I don't think they will. I think they're a bit hesitant to add another build bot. Yeah. So going to put, yeah, but when base always loses. Sadly though, you will at that level. You are going to find it really hard to win. Even I struggle to win all the time. But then again, I'm pretty good at layouts. You know, I'm one of the few people in the game that will design their own bases. You know, and can sort of test it and look at it and think, I'm pretty good at it. To be fair, I never copy anyone else's base in the game, and I think that's an important factor, because if you copy someone else's base, so what tends to happen is someone, usually Josh Lang, usually Spatial, will come up with a new design, a new base design, and people struggle against it, and then they copy it, and someone else struggles, and they copy it, and someone else copies it, and someone else copies it, and someone else copies it, and then everyone copies it, and then because you see it so much, everyone learns how to beat it, and then all of a sudden it becomes very easy because everyone recognizes the base, everyone knows how to beat it, and as soon as they see it, they go, alright, yeah, I know how to beat this, go. So I like to build bases myself. I make them a bit different, and it sort of makes people think a bit more. Some people can't. Some people can't look at a base and go like, yeah, I can do this and do that, and I can path around there. Some people just know what they're used to. So when they see a different design, they're like, oh, right, well, what do I do here? You know? And, you know, so I've got a new design idea. So when they bring this new layout thing to the game, I want to keep this layout, store it, and I'm going to make a whole new design. It's kind of a take on an old design from HQ 16 days, so it could be interesting. But yeah, I'm going to try that out instead. Tyrus put, don't ever copy the 46 rank player. Oh, I wonder who that could be. Joshua Levant, the struggle is real. Yeah, it is. Honestly, the upgraded times are awful. Hopefully, they upgrade them sooner than later for you. Beta Porter, outpost spots are key for lower levels. Pick the right ones and level them. Yeah, that's a good bit of advice. You know, outpost spots can make a huge amount of difference. They really can. Having them leveled up and strong in them outposts. But don't forget that in lower levels, in lower leagues anyway, all the defenses are debuffed to be lower health. So a mortar in, you know, cyber will be 6,000 health, but in Caminus it might be 5,500. In Gold League it might be 4,500. I'm not too sure the exact values, but defenses go down in HP. I'm pretty sure HP and DPS, but definitely HP as you go down. Yeah, it must be. Yeah, so down in HP and DPS as you go down the war levels. So yeah, but if you're talking about resource rates, if you're always losing resource rates, you're going to. Because if you're HQ 15, I am going to be attacking you with a 20k squad. And I have set these teams up so they have pretty much a 100% success rate in zone 14, which is where you will be, probably, or even lower than that. So, you know, and I've got loads of these teams. I've got all of these teams that can do that zone. So no matter what setup you put for these, even if you've got a Titan, even if you've got a combiner, if I'm hitting you with my Titan, even without a combiner, I'm probably going to win. You know, I can normally beat most bases with one bot and my Titan. And that is it, because Titans are massively overpowered at level 20 as well. So I wouldn't get too stuck up if you're losing resources in battles. I think your base design is bad. It doesn't matter what design you have. It really doesn't. I am going to beat that squad regardless. So don't get too disheartened. Just keep plugging away and keep leveling and do your best, and that's all you can do, honestly. Peter Porter, I'm using 9k squads 100% in zone 14. No. That is impossible. It really is. It really is impossible to do 20k, 9k squad in zone 14 100% of the time. When a combiner pops, that 9k squad is going to die very, very quickly. And you could say that you're using two teams. I mean, I do that as well if you just got power level. I mean, but even then you're talking more than 9k really. What are my power level teams? So, Elite and Small Screen. So, yeah, 9k squad would probably do it if you got two really, really high level. But, yeah, I've got 13 squads. That's the idea, that I can run through all 13. So, I've started making teams out of 4 stars as well. So, yeah, you can with the 9K squad if the 2 5-stars at a higher level, but not with like low level 4 stars. You're not beating it with a full squad of 4 stars at 9K. Yeah, once you're in the prime zone, you get attacked by players that are usually punched above their weight class. I win 24 out of 25 defenses. Yeah, I mean, all you need to look at mine. So battle history defenses. So you can see there that, you know, I have 1 defeat there. But look at the team that beat me. You know, it's all 5 stars. Every other one, look, you can see 4 stars there. Just aren't gonna suffice. Even see the 5 stars don't suffice. So it does happen. Bit of bonus, but 4 stars upper 50s. I would, I don't know. My 4 stars upper 50s, and not 100%. Yes, you probably got a good chance, but not 100%. Once you go up against Titan and you go up against Combiner, even these teams are, I wouldn't say touch and go, but find it difficult. But yeah, when I'm saying 100%, I do mean 100%. It's very, very rare that I lose to them teams, unless it is a Titan and it is a Combiner. And then I'm a bit unlucky as well. All them 3 things to really happen. Yeah. Atari, I use 1 bot in zone 14. 1, and I have enough bots that can solo to empty my fuel. Yeah, I mean, I probably could as well, but sort of power level, that's what I tend to do. Probably for boredom, to be fair. I'm sort of power level some bots. That's why the team are made up of like 4 bots. So, like I said, these later squads, so I've sort of set this up to. So this is to level Dinobot, I put Dinobot in there really, and I'm still leveling Minerva, so I don't drop Minerva with Laser RB, and I'm leveling Sunstreaker up and Slash even as well, so Nose Cone even, so sort of leveling all these bots, so it just helps to power level them for during the week, really, but yeah. No, it's good scaling, that's the way you gotta look at it, so yeah, you get beat, but you know, you're constantly resourcing, so as soon as you get attacked, you get that shield, and you're constantly topping it up again. And that's it's hard. It really is at lower levels, and I would not like to be a low level player at this stage of the game with a lot of players higher than you. You know, when I was at that stage, I was, you know, fairly high up. I wasn't like the top player in the game, but you know, I was high enough. I was 2nd tier, you know, so high enough for people to not want to attack my base and attack the zombie beneath me. So yeah. Yeah, Titan do most of the work. Yeah, so yeah, I just want to clear up as well that those teams, yeah, a 9K team with a Titan will win during the week. I'm talking events as well. So those teams win Zone 14 100% of the time, even in events. If you know, if it's a combiner, then they might struggle a bit. But yeah, 100% of the time, even in events. Yeah, I should have mentioned that. That makes sense now. Why people are saying like I could be with a 9K team. Yeah, with your Titan, of course. But yeah, even in events, those teams do win. I think if the 5-star Mega Supreme needs 15k 5-star shards, Titan 5-star needs to be 30k shards. I hope not. Imagine 30k 5-star shards for the Titan part. Wow. Missing out on a full team of 5 stars for the Titan. I mean, I just did a video of you know, the Titan series and Broken, and you know, it's crazy how much the battles depend on Titans. It really is, and they need to address it sooner than later. You know, they really do. It's crazy. Andrew Stoneham, what do you think of Nightbird as a 5-star? Yeah, decent. I prefer Rook. Rook is definitely better than Nightbird, or Rook or Blot are better than Nightbird or RC. Yeah. But for Rook and Blot, definitely prefer them two. Atari, what is the Combiner event going to be? I imagine 1 million points, maybe. I'm just guessing now. Maybe less. 800k. Probably 1 million for 4-star crystal. Maybe 800k. Something like that it'll be. But yeah. Joshua LeBlanc, I run 200 power teams with a Titan with a 90% win rate in Zone 14. Yeah, like I said, with a Titan. Yeah. But then if you come up against another Titan, it gets a lot harder. Obviously, with that sort of team, they've got a combiner active. It's very difficult. But then in events, with no Titans, it does get a lot harder. But like I said, I've got 13 teams that can do Zone 14, so and I'm still trying to power level. So yeah, pretty easy. Cool. Well, that is it for this week, guys. So like I said, before you go, guys, make sure that if you like anything in the stream today, hit a like on the video before you leave, guys, and don't forget to subscribe, guys. If you like my content, you want to see more of it, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to never miss another stream, never miss another video. Like I said, post 2 videos a week, 2 streams a week, plenty of content. You want to be in the know and know everything that's coming to the game, little tips, little tricks to help your knowledge. I mean, oh god, imagine the amount. I can't even sort of count the amount of players I've helped in my time. It's, I would say, in the hundreds. But you know, and that's not just the ones that I know that I've given advice to and things like that. But you know, I do a lot of stuff around helping players out to be more resourceful with your resources. Efficiency and things like that, and exclusives coming to the game, and and some advice to people. So yeah, if that's something you're looking for, guys, then subscribe to my channel and never miss another stream and never miss another video. But in the meantime, guys, like I said, videos coming this weekend. I'll be here next Monday for a play stream. So if you've got any questions, want to try any bots out, you want to see anything, then join me on Monday. Pretty chilled stream, really. It's a bit of gameplay and a bit of a chat. Thursday's more informative and covering the news and things like that. So yeah, come and join me on Monday at the same time, 9 PM UTC. Hit a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And for now, guys, thanks for watching, guys, and peace out.